begin with the Shanti Mantra. Kindly join me. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. We were speaking of Satyam, the truth, and of Mithya, the false. What is the meaning of Mithya? Anything which gets negated is called Mithya. Negated, falsified, that can be falsified. But negated, falsified by what? By its own substratum. That which gets negated by its substratum, the truth, is called Mithya. Just as when someone keeps changing its statement, her statement, very often, what we say, that the person who is changing this statement, he is definitely uttering untrue. Why do we say that? Because intrinsically we know, this is inherent in us, that when something is so inconsistent, it cannot be true. And therefore, that which keeps changing, that which is inconsistent, is called Mithya. Continuing further, what is Mithya? Mithya is that which is inconsistent. It keeps changing. It is not all the time the same. It has no base on its own. It is always dependent on something else. It is an appearance alone. And what is Satyam? Satyam is that which is consistent, which is self-effulgent, stands on its own. That which is truth is Satyam. As stated in all the three examples before, the snake and rope, the snake is Mithya, false. Why? It is appearing on the rope, the truth, Satyam. The second example, the mirage waters are false, Mithya. Why? They appear only on the heat of the desert, which is Satyam, truth. And in the same way, the shining silver that we see is Mithya, false, because it appears only when the shell is there. The shell is the truth, the Satyam. Therefore, we conclude that Mithya is that which appears on Satyam, meaning false cannot be without the truth. Only on the true rope the false snake is appearing. Only on the true desert heat is the mirage waters appearing, and only on the real shell, the true shell, the silver is shining. Therefore, Mithya is that which cannot be on its own. It has to have its base, the truth, Satyam. The entire existence of false is based on the truth. False cannot stand on its own. The basis of all false, all Mithya, is the truth, the Satyam. How would one say that? That is because, when did we think that the snake is seen in that dim light? Only when the rope really was there. Had the rope not been there, we would have never seen a snake. In the same way, only when the desert heat is really seen, is really there, that is when the appearance of the mirage water is seen. Had the desert heat not been there, would we see any waters? Never. In the same way, on the shore, when there is the real shell, that we mistakenly take it for being silver. Had the shell not been there, we would have never seen the silver. What does this mean? It means the basis of false is always in the truth. False can never be on its own, and the truth is always there without any support of anything else. It is self-effulgent. The text Tattva Bodha is making a point here. The point that it makes is that you see Mithya, but that is not the only thing it is pointing out to. It is first saying that there is Satyam, which we totally miss out seeing. When we see Mithya, when we see false, we take it to be real on its face value. We never investigate deeply to understand whether is it true or there is something beyond it. That is the reason why the text first says Atma Satyam, and later it says Tadanyat Sarvam Mithyeti, because till the time we do not know what the truth is, you will never be able to distinguish between what is true and what is false. So long as you do not know what the truth is, you will never be able to see the truth beyond that false. Unless and until you know what truth is, you can never point out that this person is saying lies or this person is saying false. Only when you know the truth that you can distinguish between what is true and what is false. This is that what we started the study with. The sadhana chatushtaya, the first aspect, it is called viveka. Nitya anitya vastu viveka. That viveka, the ability to distinguish, the ability to discriminate between what? Between that which is superimposed and that which is the substratum. Two words. Substratum means that which is the base, the foundation, that which is. In Sanskrit, there is a beautiful word for this. It is called adhisthana. The word superimposed means that which is seen upon, that which appears to be, that which is not on its own, but it has to have a support of something else. In Sanskrit, there is a beautiful word for this also. It is called adhyasa. We go back to our statement. Atma Satyam. So Atma is Satyam. Atma is the base. Base means that which is the substratum. Substratum means that which is adhishthan. That which is adhishthan, that which is substratum, is true. Second thing that the statement says is Yat sarvam mithyeti. Everything else is mithya. Mithya is that which is seen, that which is superimposed, that which is upon something of its own. It is nothing. In Sanskrit, as we use the word, it is adhyasa. Adhyasa is false. Atma Satyam. Remember, last time we spoke about the mind. What does the mind do immediately when it hears Atma? It's that Atma, that something else. No. What does Atma mean? What have we understood? What is the text trying to point out? What is Atma? I, me. So what does it say? Atma Satyam means I am truth. I am Satyam. I am the Adhisthana upon which the entire Jagat is superimposed. Tadanyat Sarvam Mithyeti. That Mithya is that everything that you see is superimposed on what? On I, on me. the Adhishthan. When Shastra says Atma Satyam, it says I am truth. And here there is no gender discrimination. There is no color discrimination. There is no age bar. There is no limitation. This is so brilliant. It speaks of the consciousness which is the indweller of every one of us. Everything that we know, the consciousness, it is pure. Pure to the core of it. This is Advaita Vedanta. It gives us, it tells us, it exposes us, it reveals to us the undivided truth. And it takes us from a limited being to that Brahman, which is infinite. Naturally, when Vedanta says Atma Satyam, and it says Atma means I, how can it be? What does Vedanta mean by I? How can I, Jagdish Bramta, this small person, how can this person be the base of this entire universe? What is the meaning of that I am that? These and many such questions will be answered in the following sessions. But we will yet focus on the word Atma and on the word Mithya, because we must understand these two words clearly so that there is no mistaking. There is nothing which should stop us to distinguish what is real and what is false. Our whole idea, our whole endeavor, the text, the Guru and the Veda, their anxiety is towards making us, the sadhaka, the mumukshu, understand this one single aspect, that other than the self, Atma, there is nothing in this entire creation that is true. That means we must know what this Atma is so clearly that we can never mistake it for anything else, can never mistake anything else for it. We shall continue our journey further. Let us end this beautiful session with the Shanti Mantra. Kindly join me. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Hari Om.